Ciao, welcome back. Today we talk about photography gear to cycle around the world. So many people ask me, what camera do I use? What lenses? Do I have a drone? Do I edit on a laptop? Today we are gonna go through all of it. Before we get into it, a couple of three things. First of all, I'm not an expert at photography. I'm an amateur. I'm documenting my journey cycling around the world through photos and videos, and I wanna share what I learn about it and my choices in gear to document my journey. Second of all, I didn't acquire all this gear at once, but it's something that I built up over a span of 10 years. When I started my journey, I had only one camera. I didn't even have an action cam. I got the first action cam, the GoPro Hero 4, when I got to San Francisco. So from Alaska to San Francisco, I only had a camera. And also the third is, do you need all this gear to cycle around the world or to do an adventure, bike touring, bikepacking, whatever you want, and document it? No, probably you can get by only with the phone. This is my choice, but you don't need all this gear. You don't need to invest so much money in photography gear to bike travel. All right, let's start with action cam. 99% of the videos that you see on these videos, they are shot on an action cam. Very quickly, from Alaska to San Francisco, I didn't have an action cam. In San Francisco, I bought a second-hand GoPro Hero 4, and it was terrible because it was making unstabilized videos, very shaky. It would make me sick just to watch at them. So there aren't many videos that I publish of me in the Americas and also the first part of Africa, because I picked up a GoPro 7 that was making stabilized videos in Rwanda. An American guy that lives in Rwanda, between Rwanda and the US, was traveling, so he brought me a bunch of gear, and from there then I started to publish regularly on YouTube. So that's why from Rwanda my journey is well documented with basically weekly videos from Rwanda to Cairo, and then Turkey, the Balkans, all of Europe, and now back in Istanbul. It's all well documented because I had a better quality camera and the videos were also enjoyable for me to edit and to publish. And then after the GoPro 7 that I used from 2019 till 2023, I switched to DJI Action 4, and the reason why I switched is basically for reliability. GoPro always release products that are not that reliable. Maybe they fixed their problems in the last couple of models, but I'm more comfortable and I trust more the DJI Action 4. The DJI Action 4 came with this battery charger where you can store 3 batteries and you fast charge them. I think it goes from 0 to 80% in 15 minutes. For more details about the DJI Action 4, you can go and watch the review that I made. I'm gonna put the link in the description. And the only thing I want to mention is that I always keep this foamy, spongy sleeve around the camera, and it helps a lot to shield all the noise from the wind. I also have another action cam, is the Insta360 Go 2. I bought this camera in January 2022 in Germany. There was a good offer. I used it a lot when I had the GoPro 7 because I was using this camera mostly to take vertical videos, but since I have the DJI Action 4, I usually shoot videos in 4x3 and crop them 19:9 for YouTube or 9:19 for social media. Sometimes I still use this camera. It has a magnetic mount on my head, and you basically remove it from the holder and you can stick it wherever you want. It has a magnetic back, so it can stick to things, and you can easily turn it on and off just pressing this part of the camera. You can set it, it has different settings. If I press once, it starts a video recording. If I press twice, it starts a hyperlapse. You can always talk to the camera like this. The holder has also this stand, so I can put it down, talk to the camera, and that's it. As I mentioned, I now rarely use this camera. It's mostly for hyperlapses with my head that I use for social media. The videos with this camera rarely end up on YouTube. I also have to mention that I really don't like the colors of the Insta360. They are a bit too warm. There is some sort of orangey, yellowish look that I really don't like. Despite the name, this is not a 360 camera, but it has a round circle. So basically you shoot like a circle and then you can crop it 9 by 16 by 9 or 9 by 16. So it was very helpful to have something that I could repurpose both for YouTube and social media, but I mostly used it for social media. Sometimes when I was camping in the morning, if you go back to watch these videos of Spain and Portugal and a little bit of France, I was talking like this in the morning to the camera, and I was using that video because it was handy. It was much handier than using the GoPro 7. Next, I want to talk about this microphone. It's the DJI Mic 2, and it connects directly to the DJI Action 4 without need of receivers, nothing. So you can buy just one microphone, and there are some offers every now and then. You can buy it for about 60 euro on Amazon, and it comes handy when I do these tutorials, reviews. Generally, when I'm on the bike, I never use it. It's good, for example, if I'm showing you the bike and I'm turning my head away from the camera, and you can still hear the audio pretty well, because usually if you don't talk directly into the camera of the action cam, you can't hear well. This microphone has a clip, so you can clip it to clothing or whatever you want. But my favorite way to use it and to fit it to clothing or anywhere is to use this metallic plate that fit at the bottom of the microphone where there is the clip, and voila, you can fit the microphone on your t-shirt wherever you want, even without using the clip. Next is the drone. I'm gonna spare you the saga of the drone. There is some story behind because it was lost in France. It's the DJI Mini 3 Pro, and it has sensor on all direction but the sides. The Mini 3 Pro that came out about a year or a year and a half ago, it has also side sensor. This one doesn't have them, so I always have to be careful if I fly it sideways. The drone comes with two spare batteries, and this fast charger for 3 batteries. 1 battery is inside your drone and 2 spare batteries, and it also comes with this remote. You can also have a cheaper version usually where you can fit your mobile phone in the remote. But to be honest, it's much nicer to have a remote that you don't have to hook up your phone, because already you're using your phone for navigation and things like that. So it's nice to have just the remote. But in fairness, the remote weighs more than the drone. The drone weighs 249 grams. So in most countries you can use it without any restriction, because it's considered a toy under 250 grams. 99.99% of the photos that I take with this camera. It's a mirrorless APS-C camera from Sony. Now, this is a bit of a toy because it's one of the oldest models from Sony. It's the A5100. But I think the choice between APS-C cameras and full frame, for bike traveling, APS-C cameras, they have an advantage that they are usually a bit more compact and less weight than the full frame cameras. But the problem is not the camera body, is the lenses. The lenses are much smaller and they weight much less for APS-C cameras instead of the full frame. The only difference between APS-C cameras and full frame cameras basically is the size of the sensor. Full frame is bigger and APS-C sensor is a bit smaller. Obviously there are some advantages in having a larger sensor, so you get more light, the pixels maybe are bigger, and not that the quality of the photos are better, but they might have like better background blur and things like that. If you're a good photographer, you can take very, very good pictures with APS-C cameras as well, and there are many photographers that use APS-C cameras, professional photographers. For the camera body, I also have 2 extra batteries. We've seen also 2 extra batteries for the drone. The DJI Action 4 has 3 extra batteries, and this Insta360 Go 2 doesn't have exchangeable batteries, so you always have to recharge it with the USB-C. Now, I said the camera is a bit crappy, but the lens is quite good. This is one of the best lenses on APS-C for traveling. This is a zoom lens from Sigma, and it's an 18 to 50 millimeters, constant 2.8. Equivalent on full frame is about, I think, 27 to 75, if I'm not mistaken. And the quality is really good. Even with the hood, you can put it like this, and then when you use it, you turn around, and it's a good lens. I really like it, and you should look into it if you have an APS-C camera. Watch some reviews, because this is a very good lens for traveling. This is also a good lens for macro photography, because you can get very close to your subject, about minimal focus distance of 12 centimeters when it's wide open, and then when you zoom in at 50, it's 30 centimeters. Also, it's very light and compact compared to other zoom lenses. Even with the hood, when you use it, it's like this, and it does extend a little bit when you're zoomed in at 50 millimeters. I also carry a second lens for my camera, and this is a prime lens, again from Sigma. It's a 16 millimeters f1.4, so it's a wide lens and it's quite fast, 1.4. Why did I buy it? I bought second hand in the Netherlands, because there was a good offer. I thought it was a good price, and I thought I would use it for astrophotography, because I would see on social media these astrophotography camping photos, and I also wanted to take some epic pictures like that. But I ran into two problems. The first problem is that I'm very lazy, and at night I prefer to sleep instead of taking photos all night. And the second problem is the body of my camera being so old. It has some limitation when it comes to astrophotography. If I had just the A6000 instead of the A5100, that is basically the same camera in a slightly bigger body, it would have been much better, but the more you know. This is a wide lens, but it's not too wide. It's 16 millimeters in APS-C. It's an equivalent of 24 millimeters on a full frame camera. So I could use it in theory to take pictures when I go in a city, or my bike, or even some portrait. You can now get very close to the subject, but you can get some good portraits with this one. So especially when you go in a city, street photography, or at night, it's quite good. But I'm a bit lazy to change them, and because this is 18 millimeters at the widest point, there isn't much difference between 16 and 18. But this gives you the advantage of having a bit of zoom and going to punch into 50 millimeters if you need it. So in a way, this is much more versatile of this one, but I could also get by and take very good quality photos only with this one. The 16 millimeters lens is a little bigger and is also slightly heavier, but not by much. At the end, the advantage of the APS-C cameras is that the lenses are much smaller compared to the full frame ones. Now let's move the photography hardware aside, and we talk about post-production, so editing the photos of the videos. I use a laptop. Many people ask me if I use the phone, a tablet, or a laptop. I always carried with me the laptop. Since I started this adventure in Alaska, I had a very old ThinkPad Yoga by Lenovo, and it was a very good laptop that I had for many years. And then after, when it was about 11 or 12 years old, I changed it and I bought this. It was end of life. The battery was gone. It wasn't turning on. I had to replace it, and I bought this Apple MacBook Pro. It's the 2020 edition M1, and I have to say, if you're traveling, it's a great choice, especially for video editing and photo editing. When you arrive in a place, you want to open your laptop and start working immediately without having to think about upgrading this software or the other software, the antivirus, and find out why your video editing software doesn't work, and it's because you didn't update the driver of your graphic card No, you just, with this, with the Apple ecosystem, the advantage is that you don't have none of that nonsense and you can just work. To edit the videos, I use DaVinci Resolve. It's a free video editing tool. It's quite well with the Apple system. You can use to edit also 10-bit videos. On Windows, I think it's limited to 8-bit videos. But yeah, it's a free editing video software that is used professionally to edit commercials, to edit movies. There is the free version and the paid version, and the paid version has mostly AI tools, machine learning tools, but 99% of what you can do with the paid version you can do also with the free version. With the laptop you need also storage for the videos, and here I have some 3 internal hard drive for laptops or for computer in general, that I use this adapter to connect to my laptop and make them an external hard drive. So they are about 8 terabytes. One is 4 terabytes, 2 and 2. And it was not enough. I have at the moment about 8 terabytes of data, 7 point something. And I bought as well this Samsung 8 terabyte external hard drive. It was much cheaper than buy an 8 terabyte Samsung drive in this form, but to be honest, probably it was worth it to spend 50 euro more and get one of those, because this is very slow. It's good only for archive, and also it's slow even for archive. If you need to access, it takes a while. But these ones are very, very fast. Obviously, they are internal hard drives. And these are the ones that I use to edit as well. You can edit on them. This one, I didn't try, but I don't think you can edit videos on this hard drive, so I use it only for storage. And it was the cheapest option available when I bought it in January. It was like, I think it was 460 euro, something like that, 460 euro. So yeah, that's that. And then lastly, also the phone. It's this one. It's an older iPhone 12, and I take sometimes some videos or some pictures, or especially for Instagram stories, Facebook stories, I take videos with this one. Every now and then some videos that I take with this end up also in the YouTube videos, but it's rare. That's it. That's all the photography gear and the technology I carry with me. I hope this was useful. It satisfied your curiosity. If you have any question, leave a comment below and I will reply to you. Ciao!